Have you ever wondered why Central Asia, once a powerhouse of trade and culture, seems to be a forgotten region in today's world? Central Asia, a region steeped in history, rich with diverse cultures and home to ancient trade routes, seems to have faded into the background of the global stage. Despite its strategic location, nestled between Europe, the Middle East and East Asia, Central Asia finds itself often overlooked, its significance seemingly lost in the sands of time. Once the heart of the Silk Road, a network of trade routes that connected the East and West, Central Asia was a vibrant hub of exchange, where goods, ideas and cultures intermingled. Yet today, it seems to have lost that central role. Its nations, including Kazakhstan, Uzbekistan, Turkmenistan, Tajikistan and Kyrgyzstan, despite their rich heritage and natural resources, are seldom at the forefront of global conversations. In the political sphere, Central Asia's presence is relatively muted. The region seldom makes headlines in international news, and its representation in global politics is somewhat underwhelming. There seems to be a disconnect between Central Asia's historical importance and its contemporary status. Similarly, in the realm of economics, Central Asia is often overlooked. Despite being abundant in natural resources such as oil and gas, and having a strategic location that could potentially make it a critical hub for trade and transport, the region's economic potential has not been fully realized. It's a conundrum, really. A region so rich in history, so strategically positioned and so abundant in resources should theoretically be a focal point of global interest. Yet it remains on the periphery, its voice often drowned out by the clamour of more dominant regions. This wasn't always the case. So what happened to Central Asia? As we delve deeper into the past, we might just find the answers we seek. The story of Central Asia is a fascinating tale of rise and fall, a saga that takes us back centuries, to a time when this region was a beacon of prosperity and a melting pot of cultures. So stick around and let's embark on this journey together. Centuries ago, Central Asia was at the heart of global affairs. This isn't a statement of mere romanticism, but a solid historical fact. The region thrived during the era of the Silk Road, a network of trade routes that connected the East and the West from China to the Mediterranean Sea. This wasn't just a pathway for goods, but a highway of ideas, culture and knowledge. At its zenith, Central Asia was more than a geographical crossroads. It was a crucible of global civilization. The Silk Road, like the internet of its time, facilitated the exchange of goods and ideas on a scale never seen before. Silk, spices, precious metals and gems flowed from Asia to Europe. And in return, Central Asia received goods such as wool, gold and silver. But the Silk Road was not just about trade. It was a cultural highway, a route that allowed the exchange of philosophies, religions and art. Buddhism journeyed from India through Central Asia to China, while Islam spread eastward from the Middle East. The region became a melting pot of cultures, a testament to human curiosity and adaptability. In terms of knowledge, Central Asia was a beacon of enlightenment. The region was home to some of the world's most brilliant minds. Scholars, scientists and philosophers from all corners of the globe congregated in the cities of Central Asia. They exchanged ideas, debated theories, and expanded the frontiers of human understanding. The region was a hub for advancements in astronomy, mathematics, medicine, and numerous other fields. Central Asia's golden age was a period of prosperity, when the region was a pivotal link between the East and the West, a conduit for goods, knowledge, and cultural exchange. It was a time when Central Asia was not just on the map, but at the center of the world's stage. So from a region of such significance, why has Central Asia fallen into relative obscurity? The answer to that question lies in the pages of history and the sands of time. But one thing is certain, the golden age of Central Asia has left an indelible mark on the annals of global civilization. The decline of Central Asia was not an instantaneous event, but rather a gradual process. The reasons are multifold, and they weave a complex tapestry of history that has led to the region's current state. One of the pivotal points in this decline was the fall of the Silk Road. For centuries, this trade route was the lifeblood of Central Asia, connecting it with the East and the West, fostering cultural exchanges and economic prosperity. The Silk Road was more than just a trade route. It was a symbol of Central Asia's significance. However, with the rise of maritime trade routes, the Silk Road's importance dwindled. Ships could carry larger quantities of goods more efficiently and quickly, rendering the arduous journey across Central Asia less appealing. Political instability also played a significant role in Central Asia's decline. The region, rich in culture and history, was a mosaic of different tribes, clans, and nations. This diversity, while a source of richness, also led to conflicts, power struggles, and instability. The lack of a unified political entity able to maintain peace and order further exacerbated the decline. The advent of colonialism added another layer to this decline. European powers, in their quest for resources and geopolitical advantages, carved up the region to serve their interests. This further fragmented Central Asia and weakened its influence on the world stage. So, where does that leave Central Asia today? In the world's grand tapestry, the region of Central Asia may seem like a faded patch, its vibrant threads of history and culture overshadowed by present-day challenges. And indeed, the challenges are many. Political corruption, for one, has become an entrenched issue in Central Asia. The region's governments, often characterized by nepotism and cronyism, lack transparency and accountability. This has led to widespread public disillusionment and mistrust, stifling the growth of democratic institutions and civil society. Then there's the matter of economic instability. Despite being rich in natural resources, Central Asia struggles with uneven development and a heavy reliance on commodity exports. This economic model, vulnerable to global market fluctuations, has resulted in high unemployment rates and widespread poverty. And let's not forget the environmental problems. From the disappearing Aral Sea to the increasing desertification, Central Asia is grappling with severe ecological issues. These environmental crises not only threaten the region's unique biodiversity, but also the livelihoods of its people, many of whom are dependent on agriculture and livestock for survival. The international community, meanwhile, seems to have relegated Central Asia to the periphery of its attention. Despite the region's strategic location and historical significance, it often falls off the radar in global discourse and policymaking. This lack of international support and engagement further exacerbates Central Asia's struggles, leaving it to grapple with its challenges largely on its own. Yet it's important to remember that this is not the whole story. Beneath the layers of difficulties, Central Asia is a region brimming with untapped potential. Its rich cultural heritage, diverse population, and vast natural resources present opportunities for growth and progress. And though the road ahead may be steep, the resilience and spirit of the Central Asian people shine through, promising a future that could once again see the region reclaim its place in the world's vibrant tapestry. Despite these challenges, Central Asia remains a region with untapped potential. In conclusion, Central Asia's decline from its golden age to its current state was a result of various historical and geopolitical factors. The present situation of Central Asia, often overlooked in global affairs, stands in stark contrast to its illustrious past. Once a region of great empires and a hub of scientific, cultural, and economic advancements, it was the crossroads of civilization and a place where East met West. The golden age of Central Asia was a period of unprecedented prosperity and cultural exchange. This era bore witness to the rise of great empires, the flourishing of the Silk Road, and the birth of scientific and cultural revolutions. It was a time when Central Asia was the heart of the world, a beacon of knowledge and progress. But like the ebb and flow of a river, the fortunes of this region took a turn. The decline of Central Asia was not an overnight phenomenon. It was a slow, gradual process, marked by the fall of empires, invasion, colonization, and the shifting tides of global politics. Today, the region might not hold the same geopolitical significance or economic prowess it once did. It may be seen as unimportant on the global stage, but the echoes of its past glory remain. The remnants of its golden age can be traced in its architecture, its culture, its people, and their aspirations. Central Asia's current status, however, doesn't overshadow its historical significance, nor does it limit its future potential. The region, rich in natural resources and with a young and growing population, holds immense potential for growth and development. It's a region waiting to reclaim its place on the world stage. The story of Central Asia is a testament to the ebbs and flows of history. It's a tale of rise and fall, of glory and obscurity. But it's also a reminder that the wheel of fortune is always turning and nothing is set in stone. One must remember the pages of history are not always indicative of the chapters yet to be written.